So we're going to take the Garmin S70 onto the course. Ben here, product specialist.
Yep.
Golf Shop Online. Mark Crossfield as well. Hello. We're going to play a few holes. This course is actually being quite chopped up at the minute, so we're going to play the holes that are definitely on the device, but they might have renewed as well.
Yeah, he's constantly updating. You automatic downloads from your phone.
Product specialist.
Absolutely.
So that's a feature to kick us off. Look how bright that screen is. I mean, this is daylight shooting. This is the camera onto that watch. 173 is what it's playing. Now, is that GPS or has that got slope?
Yeah, so it takes into account each of the elements, so your slope and the wind being the main two.
So that's got slope and wind on it?
Yes, yeah. So when it syncs up to an app on your phone, gets the weather data, that's where the wind comes from, as far as I'm aware. And then it takes into account the slope as well.
So you can mark the pin manually, so I would be putting it, you can look where there's two bunkers there.
A little bit further over to the left.
So no, it's in the middle of that one, look, because the other bunker's at the front of the green.
There you go.
So yeah,
Down there
exactly.
somewhere.
And you could paste that out. If you wanted to be really accurate with your stats, you could paste things out if you had time. The more accurate you are with your stats, the more accurate the data will be. But we're saying stats because that's capturing shot data as well, is that right?
Yeah, so obviously it works. Garmin have got their CT10 sensors, so that's the best option for the best stats recording.
So you put sensors in the top, do you?
Yeah, but it does also auto recognise full shots. So kind of you're on the tee, you're playing, obviously it doesn't recognise what club it is, but it recognises a full swing.
So then you could go back home afterwards, edit and mark down what club you hit and stuff.
Exactly, add on the putts, because obviously they're a much smaller movement. So
it'll still recognise it, it'll be taking it from sound or vibration, I presume, off like other devices.
Yeah, exactly. So although it works best with the trackers, it does work without as well.
So from the tee, it's clever. It's using slope, obviously, to give you layups, marking hazards.
So any hazards that you see on a hole, or I mean, particularly on blind holes as well, can be really useful. You can zoom in, zoom out to kind of be as accurate or just rough.
Generally,
generally.
Yeah, so I want to hit that exact point of the. So this hole we're playing corner dogleg, so we need to know how long it is to get to the corner. It was great for that, and the zooming in and out was quite easy, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Just a simple, easy slider. You tap the screen to start it. Simple, easy slide up and down.
I mean, the interface on it is impressive at the moment as watches go. Like that's been maybe one of the most impressive I've seen. But you are going to have to fiddle a little bit. Not as simple as just front, middle. If you just want front, middle and back, this has got more singing and dancing. Yeah,
so it gives it to you, but that's really not getting the most out of the watch. Like it does so much more than that around it.
So this is uphill, Ben, approach shot. We've hit good drives through the gap. That was handy having that layup. What's my yardage playing?
Playing to the middle, you got 152.
Front
is 143.
And what about, can you now mark the pin and get a more precision-based reading?
So from here, obviously we don't have the pin sheet, but it looks kind of back left.
Yeah, I think that is back left.
So you're looking at about 156.
To the back, or to the pin?
Yeah, to the pin.
Okay, so I've got a 9 and I'm going to have to hit this a decent amount. Right, but what was the front yardage, did you say?
143.
Yes, I should cover that, no problem. It's straight at it.
Looks good.
Cover the bunker. Oh.
That could be nice.
Precision.
No pressure.
Ben's feeling a little nervous now because I've asked him to bring his laser. Okay, let's test that yardage, shall we? So my ball was here. You were measuring from there, actually, wouldn't you? So your GPS said how far? 156, 157?
Yeah.
So without slope, this is coming in at 153. And that's about right. It's 3, 4, 5 yards uphill.
There you go.
That's
not bad.
Not so nervous now, are you?
Oh, that's a nice relief.
Accuracy there, Ben. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter how accurate your watch is, does it? You still can't get it as accurate as some.
That was golfer's error, I can promise you that much.
Courses come preloaded?
Yeah, all preloaded on the watch. Downloads if you really want to as well. You can
As you can have them physically on there, so you don't have to like GPS find them.
Correct.
So I do that with the system I use. I have this course which we play a bit downloaded and Honiton where I film. So if the GPS isn't there, they're already there.
Yeah.
Is there subscriptions?
There's add-on, there's additional features that you can use. So for example, there is a feature for green contours that you can get added on, so it gives you all the kind of green data that you see kind of on a tour yardage book kind of thing. And there's a couple of other features like that, but that's the only, there's no subscriptions as such.
And it syncs with your phone. Do you have to have you can't just buy the watch and use the watch if you don't own a phone? I know there isn't anyone who doesn't own a phone, but
Yeah, so you can use it as the golf watch.
Standalone.
It will still do your GPSs. It will still do that. You can plug it into a computer as well. It does the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But tracking, you're going to need the phone and what have you.
Yeah, I think you can.
Because that's where you're going to look at your stats, I presume.
Yeah, there is a Garmin Express on your computer.
Okay,
I'd need to have a bit more of a look into.
So there are options if you don't want to be doing, but you won't be using your phone on the course. It'll literally, and this is the beauty of these systems, you can turn your phone away. You don't need to be looking at it. Get on the golf course, lose yourself, and just be in the watch.
Absolutely, you can go and review all that after your round.
And you could also wear this as an everyday watch.
Yeah.
It's got many normal features. Can I look at the home screen? So you're in golf there, and that's your everyday. I guess you could change that as well.
Oh,
maybe, I don't know.
There's millions of them. I change them every day.
Yeah. But the only other thing just to bear in mind, this one's quite big.
Yep.
But it comes in 2 sizes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the 47mm, so the big boy. It's got a slightly bigger battery as well, but most of it is just the size.
Yeah.
And then there is a 42 as well, which is
so I would be that's too big for my dainty wrists.
Yeah, I mean sometimes when
you're a big chap, that fits your wrist. For me, that would look like a plate on my. Like I brought my dinner plate out.
Yes.
But the smaller one, we're packed with same features, just slightly less battery life, but still plenty for as many holes as you want.
Oh yeah, lasts forever.
What's Virtual Caddy about?
So once you played, I think a minimum of 5 rounds. Obviously, it picks up your stats every round you go out. It learns your shot data basically, and then it means that it can recommend you clubs depending on the yardages. You play more and more you play. Obviously, the more data it collects, more accurate it gets. I think my favourite bit about it is it comes up with your average dispersion as well. So
like if you're playing a par 3, it'll tell you missed this over here a bit.
Yeah. So if you
right on the left, short, long, wherever.
If you've got a 7-iron in your hand from 170 yards.
Oh gosh.
It's a big one. I'm downhill as well.
Yeah. Downwind.
It shows you where your average misses, and if too many hazards, so bunker, water, is inside this box that it displays, then it will change the recommendation for you to recommend the safe shot, which I think is one of my favourite features on it.
Love it. It's a really good watch. The thing I'm most impressed with, for me, it's that screen. The screen is so bright. It's a bright morning, and that is clear coming through the camera clear, which is often really hard to shoot. And to me, the ease of that plus the complexity of it, I think it's a good option.
Yeah, it does everything.
It literally does.
There's not been one thing
it does one thing it doesn't do.
Go on.
Allow you to hit it closer than me.
Nothing's worth that much.
On the birdie.